What a grace. Asking you, I get to learn a lot. So I just appreciate the fact that you're speaking the facts, you're speaking the truth. Basically, that in basic reality, it's just like the whole God concept of it is like telling me I have $1 million in my bank account or in my head, and they expect me to believe that $1 million is actually there. That I'm
Right.
rich. That's how they describe the heaven. Yeah, that's how they describe it to me. Like 2 days ago, I was telling someone, I was using a similar example on how God is in the realm of reality. There was a plate of and there was a table right in our front, and I told the guy that there's a food, rice and chicken, and there's plates, juice, and everything on that table there. The guy is a Christian, and he was like, "There's nothing actually there." I said, "No, you have to believe by faith that there is food on that table." He said, "Am I sick or am I delusional?" And I said, "Okay, that's a typical example of how God is in the realm of reality. That's my simple proof." And he was like, "Whoa, think it twice."
A
So that's
God who
why I
is
just
so
have
good,
to just.
but he can only be good to you when you die. A God who loves you, but he will only show himself to you after you die. How is that not the biggest scam ever?
I was like, okay, do you know what it is that I said? I said, Genesis verse 6 says, "And God repented that God has made man. And they called that God the Almighty." He repented. How can the God repent? I was like, haven't you heard about it? Like, have you gone through that scripture? After God flooded according
Of
to the
course,
scripture, you
now.
want to
In
go.
fact, the word is not repented. The original version said that God regretted. He regretted
Different
that he made
okay.
man.
And
Yes.
this is an all-knowing being, an all-knowing and all-powerful being that knows the ending from the beginning. The one who, under his nose, was rebelled against, and it took his entire time or his entire deity to produce Lucifer, the devil. In fact, God equal devil. I don't want to say that like I scream it as I like this belief has been going on in Africa for so long, and we need to wake up and we need to stand up and see the things to and accept and actually work on ourselves in order to meet up with the standard of our current stage in time in terms of technology and in fact you said it already. I can't say more. I can't say more. So I appreciate your time, and I'm even glad. I
Thank you,
was
my
even
brother.
shocked that you even picked me up. I was shocked you picked me up for the very first time, and I appreciate that too.
It's all good, brother. It's
You
all
have my
good. You know, if
support.
I get to you, I get to you. Sometimes I don't get to everybody, but it seems that the volume of guests today is not that much. So, hey, I'm glad I got you up as well, because some days I only talk to people I disagree with, but today I don't mind talking with the people I agree with. So you know how it is.
And I also spoke with off Lagos, and I've been following you for a long time. I like getting to speak to you. I appreciate. All right, thank
No
you.
problem, bro. Thank you.
I'll leave the space for you.
No problem. No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bacangalization zone. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, Of Lagos is up and coming, okay? Of Lagos is up and coming. Good for him. For me, I'm on a different path. Let Of Lagos walk his path. You understand? Let the young brother walk his path. I don't care if anyone wants to copy me or be inspired by me. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. As for me, I know what I want to do. When my work on TikTok is done, I will have 4,000 human beings that will be working with me. 4,000. I've told you guys already before. TikTok is still here, right? We're still communicating. The only people who are confused are the ones who imagine in their head that there is a God who exists. The simple belief in God dumps you down by 50%. Believing in God destroys 50% of your brain power. Believing in God destroys 50% of your brain power. That simple belief in God. Believing in God isolates you from 50% of your brain capacity. There are just some things that your mind cannot even begin to understand once you believe in God. Because you cannot believe in God without being overwhelmed by fear. Fear is a paralysis. It paralyzes like anesthesia. Part of the brain of someone who believes in God is experiencing paralysis. Yes. Let me tell you what belief is. Like the brother said, you think that if you say to yourself, well, I have $1 million in the bank, I believe it with all my heart. Then all of a sudden you have $1 million in the bank? Whoa, I have $1 million in the bank. Hey, no, actually, $1 billion. Everlasting money. I have everlasting money in my bank account and I believe it in the name of Jesus. Father God, in the name of Jesus, any demon that comes against my everlasting money that I have in my bank, I am richer than Bill Gates in my bank account. I believe it. It is so. It is so. That's what you're doing. You think that when you believe something, it makes it true or it makes it real? Well, I believe that your wife is my wife. Yes, I said it. If you are a pastor, I believe your wife is my wife. Now send my wife to me. You must believe it too. Your wife is my wife. All the money you collect in your church is my money. I believe it with all my heart. In the name of Jesus. Listen, don't be
section hero. If you have something to say to me, come up here and talk to me. Okay? Don't be afraid. Right.
Hello,
Amaka.
Bakanga. Eh?
Why do you have a woman's name?
Because it's not a woman's name, it's a general name.
Are you from Nigeria?
Yes.
And your name is Amaka?
Of course.
Amaka is a girl's name now.
They said it's a girl's name. Is it written a girl or a man?
I have
It's a
only ever known women that were called Amaka.
Exactly. That is where your knowledge went stopped, yeah? But
Okay,
a man do
okay.
answer.
I will refer to you as the male Amaka. Hello,
No,
male Amaka.
Okay, actually, it is Okechukwu Amaka, meaning God's great creature is beautiful. But due to it's too
Hold
long,
on. Your name is beautiful.
God's creature is beautiful,
Not handsome.
handsome. Anyone.
No. Because that's bro. I told you that Amaka is a
No,
girl's name.
no,
That's
no.
why Amaka
Listen,
means beautiful.
when you say handsome, you are referring straight to a male or a female, right? Handsome and beautiful. But when it comes to something like a creature, so a thing, it's a different thing, not a sexual thing. It
Chukwu
is
Amaka. Chukwu Amaka means
Okechukwu
female.
Amaka.
Female. Now female name.
Okechukwu. Listen, Okechukwu Amaka.
Brother, it's better if your name was Friday. If your name was Friday, it would even be better.
No, I really enjoy my
Or
name.
maybe I can call you Wednesday. You want me to call you Wednesday?
No. Call me Amaka. I really love that name.
Okay, how about I call you Sunday? I can call you Sunday.
Nope.
Okay, Tuesday.
No.
Okay, Amaka. Okay,
I'm so proud of that name.
Amaka.
Yes,
How are you doing, male Amaka?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Yeah,
I've been waiting. Do you believe in God?
I'm above that, bro.
Above that?
Yes.
Have you been bakangalized?
I have not been bakangalized, but I have been. Okay, let me use that. Let me use that word. I am myself.
You have been amakalized.
Yes. uh, yeah, actually, I have been
God,
hoping one day.
scandalized. Somebody
I
said
have
God
been,
scandalized.
no, I think it's Amakalize is the best name. Anyway, Bakanga, I am a very big fan of your show, and it's very let me say it's a pity that most people are still at this time at this point in time most people are still arguing about God, if God is alive, if there's God or no God. For me, actually, I think it's just a way backward, because the argument between God and no God, I think, is really dragging us backwards.
It
It
is.
is not, it is not a way forward. It's okay, it's very obvious. There's nothing like God, but I don't want to bring that one in here. I just want to say, well, I think like what you are saying or what you are planning about teaching our people more, giving them more knowledge through education and then technology and everything. I think that should be a big way forward, because it brings also unity to us. And the issue of God or no God is really pissing me off gradually by the day, because if there is God, it's not putting money on my table. There's no God, it's not putting money on my account. It doesn't give me food. It doesn't change anything. God or no God. So what is the real meaning? What is the reasons of this bullshit argument if there's God? Because like, I don't get it. People should grow out of that. We should be above this situation, arguing if there's God or no God.
I hear you, brother. Let me bring Caxton in to see. Hey, what's up, Caxton? What's up?
Good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you're viewing from.
What do you have for me, Caxton?
My brother, good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
How is everything?
Everything is doing good. How about you?
I'm fine.
All right, brother.
So anyway,
What brings you to my show today?
Bakanga, I think I'm trying to suggest we should teach more of unity, how we African people, how we can unite. Because I have been saying many things. African people claim they are the most intelligent being on earth. Truly, I don't think it's like that.
No, they are.
Because
They are. Listen. Intelligence is also due to the resources that are available to you, right? When you're not
exactly,
given the proper resources that you need, you cannot demonstrate your intelligence. That's the only problem. African people
exactly.
don't have the resources to demonstrate their intelligence, but they
It's
are the
not
most intelligent people on earth. I guarantee you.
okay.
Listen,
Bakanga, do you
if
know
you
the
look at
highest
any
level of intelligence? The highest
let,
level
let,
of
let, let, let-
intelligence is control.
no,
That is
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
highest
Hold on.
level.
Yes, but there's also a demonstration of intelligence that's also observable from a position where you lack control, right? Now, when you observe what we Africans have endured, it is impeccable. It
Yes,
is
I know.
astonishing.
Yes,
It is unbelievable that we did not go extinct in that process.
yes,
This is what I want most of you to understand about what happened in Berlin in 1884. In the year 1884, in Berlin, King Leopold of Belgium summoned a meeting of 14 of the most powerful countries in the world, including China, the United States, Japan, Russia, and France, and Italy, and Germany, and England, and many other powerful countries. They were there. They had a conference where they decided that they would descend into Africa. They would remove the so-called black man, and they would replace the black man with their own indigenous people, and they would take the resources of the land for themselves and for their descendants. That is what happened in 1884. If you don't know this
you are
history,
right.
it is public information. Now, let me tell you
No, you
something.
are right about that. I know
No,
about that. You
hold on,
are
hold on.
right.
Let me finish. Let me finish. At the end of the meeting, 7 countries walked away because they thought that those things that they were planning to do were inhumane. One of those countries that went away was the United States of America. Mind you, the United States of America had black slaves. The United States of America, a country that had black slaves, refused to go into Africa and plunder it. Imagine how bad what they had conceived in their mind could have been. Their goal was not to dominate over us. Their goal was not to rule. Their goal was to exterminate the indigenous population and take the land.
Yes.
And here we are today. We are still in our land, still speaking our own traditional languages, and you people are taking it for granted. Worshipping God. Was it God that protected you? Was it not those languages that your ancestors spoke that made it difficult for them to wipe you off your land? Go and study the history and understand the context. Those people that made their mind to come to Africa, that is not the white man that you see in the street. That is not the white man you see in the street. Those people who made up their mind to take Africa, that is the white man that you never see. That is the white man who controls the white man that you see every day. That is the white man whom you are not worthy to even touch his shoe. That is the white man who even thinks that he is better than other white people. Those people are still in this world till today. Their plan is still the same till today. It is absolutely and extremely foolish when we as a group of people cannot understand that there is a threat to our very existence. This is real, my brothers and sisters. This is real. And I'm not suggesting violence. I am suggesting education. Educate yourself and arm yourself with information. Arm yourself with knowledge.
Bakanga,
Practical knowledge.
Bakanga,
Information.
may I ask you a question, please?
Go ahead.
Okay. I think everything about this life is about balancing, right? So if we Africa, no doubt, Africans they are intelligent, no doubt. I think if it comes to creativity, Africans are the most intelligent people. It comes to book and everything. And when it comes to the physical work, Africans, they are also greatest in physical activities like power, everything. But don't you think it will be unfair if we have also that intelligence of control? Don't you think everything is working based on balancing? Like we are other things, but
it is not in it's not within
control.
our nature to have control. Our nature is never control.
Maybe
See,
nature is doing that.
The African way is not control. Let me tell you what the African way is. It's harmony.
Yes, I know.
Listen. The African way is harmony. Harmony with what? We don't need to create really outrageous technologies. We just need to flow with the nature which is already here.
Yes.
You understand? We
Yes.
can create technologies that maintains the balance of nature. So there are some things that the white man, some technologies that came out of the Western world that our people would have never developed because that is not how we think.
Yes, you are right.
We would not destroy the habitat of animals in order to build our homes and our houses naturally.
Our forefathers, they knew about all this technology and
we
where
will not hunt and kill our lions and shoot our lions just for fun.
They knew where the technology is heading us to. That is why they never built anything back then, because they knew is bringing nobody to nowhere. But at the same time, I think the top of intelligence still remains control. If we Africa can take control over our emotions, I think we'll be very good, because this Christianity, this religion stuff is just an emotional blackmail.
Okay, so you're talking about self-control. Indeed. No, self-control is different from control now. I thought you were talking about control like in terms of power.
Both.
Not like that.
If you can't control yourself, that means somebody needs to control you. If you can control yourself, you know who you are, you have self-love, you have unity within yourself, you can have control over yourself, over situations. So It has a lot to do, not only try to change the opinion of people about God or no God. There are a lot to do. They have to teach them about to have self-love,
Okay, tell
about
me,
to
brother, before I
unite.
let you go,
Yes.
just give me one thing that you think Africans can do. One thing. That's it. Just one thing. Just name it.
Wha-
Um,
Okay.
something practical. Something
One
practical.
thing. Okay. I started up also some on my TikTok page. I'm just growing it up recently. I called it the Blackout Thursday because that black symbolized something for me. Um, it's about unity, the black community coming to unite together. You know, they told us black symbolize death. That is why when they go to funeral, they put on blacks. But why can't we rechange that history and use black when, because they say when after mourning we rejoice, right? Why after mourning with the black, why can't we also rejoice with the same black to show also there is also joy in black, because black is no color actually. So I think we Africa should come together. Let's be one. Let's fight about unity. But to gain unity, we have to have self-love. We have to love ourselves. That is just the basic fact. So it's only about unity that can
This
bring
is what
us.
I'll say to you. This is what I'll say to you, to your point.
Mm-hmm,
If you have a bottle of milk that is
mm-hmm.
fermented and rotten, and you have new milk, you don't put that new milk into the old fermented milk just because you want unity.
Yes,
You want to throw away the old fermented milk, clean the jar, and then put the new milk in it.
yes,
This is what I'm suggesting. In addition to what you're saying, right? I asked you for practical, and you kind of gave me an ideological thing. So this is how it will be practical.
okay,
We need to redefine ourselves religiously by throwing away every religion that came before, right? So we'll take all those
okay,
religions, take what is good from it morally, and form a brand new way of thinking and behavior. We need to create new political systems. We need to create new educational systems, right? We cannot follow the Westerners' way of educating themselves because the Westerners have very few languages. We have many languages in Africa.
yes,
This is one example, right? This is something that I was thinking in my head. If you come from a country that has more than 100 tribes, you should not be allowed to hold any political power if you cannot speak at least 70 of those languages from every tribe. So our politicians will be trained from a very young age already to learn how to love every tribe that belongs to that country. So for example, Nigeria has 250 ethnic groups. If you cannot speak 200 languages, you should not be allowed to run for political office.
you are right.
Anybody who wants to run for political office will be destined to do that from a young age by traveling from tribe to tribe and learning the ways of every tribe in your kingdom. Then you qualify to be a politician. That is the African way. Because when Africans in our ancient kingdoms, right, you could not be a chief, you could not be a king if you could not speak the language of your people. So we must institute that, because what that will do is that will protect our culture, that will elevate every culture equally,
Yes, you are right.
and that will promote unity in a way that is organic. There is nothing more organic than exchanging and sharing cultures.
Yes, yes,
So the unity that you are talking about, bro, it goes not just by the color black, it goes based on our practices, our traditional practices that people have called evil, black magic. That's not black
yes.
magic. That is the
But
practical aspect of what you're saying.
what
And
do you think about
there are
self-love?
many people out there who have many
About
other
gain,
ideas.
what do you think about gaining self-love before we can practicalize those things? But you can't just practicalize it if you don't refine yourself first.
Let me tell you why there is no self-love in Africa, and there will be no self-love in Africa. I will give you one African proverb that shows you that
Okay,
self-love is not really about self.
okay,
There is a common African proverb that says, it takes the whole village to raise a child.
yes, okay,
It's not about self-love.
Anyway,
It's more than
it's a
just
pro and
self-love.
contra. It's a pro and contra, bro.
What you are calling self-love, bro? It's a European concept.
No, no, no. I don't. At this moment, I don't mean the European concept. Because when I go, okay, example, a pure example. My great grandfather got married to 17 wives. So, in those days, he was a very rich man. He was a king, actually. So, these 17 wives, they were living in harmony, in peace, in love, back then. But what happened nowadays, if I tell you this family is broken into pieces, everybody just mind their house. It's because of jealousy. Why do you jealous other people? Because they don't have what you have? Because you don't love yourself. That is
Brother,
what I mean by self-love.
brother. But they can only be jealousy because it did not take a village to raise those people.
It did.
If it takes a village to raise a child, how would a child ever hate the village that raised him? The village is
Okay.
the people in the village.
That,
Type of love.
yeah, you are
That
right.
is the type of love that we need. You are correct. You can say it is the love of family. You can say it is the love of tribe. You can say it is
Yes.
the love of race. You should love being black. Love yourself as you are. Love yourself for who you are. Love yourself for where you come from. And from those that look like you and for those who talk like you.
For me, I think if we start segregating black or white, it's going to make things worse. I think we should just be plain about everything, just accepting life the way life is, accepting
No,
other people
no, no, no,
that
no,
they
no,
are
no, no,
worth
no,
of
no, no.
living.
Bro, listen. Segregating black and white, unfortunately, is actually the solution.
Are you sure?
Yes. Have you ever
We
seen
need
monkeys
them.
and
We
gorillas?
need them
Hold up,
exactly
bro.
the same way they
Hold
need
up, bro.
us.
Have you ever seen monkeys and gorillas hanging out together?
Actually, not.
Have you ever seen lions and cheetahs hanging out together?
No.
Have you ever seen crocodiles and snake hanging out together?
Those are weird
No,
examples.
no,
Actually,
brother, just answer me. Have you ever seen
no.
termites? Have you ever seen termites and honeybees hanging out together?
No.
Okay, but every species thrives, right?
But I've seen a leopard taking care of a small monkey because the mother was died
Brother,
on the tree.
how long did that leopard take care of that baby? He was preparing his food. He wanted his food to grow up
Are,
so he can
are
eat it
you
when he's
sure?
big.
Are you sure?
Very
But
sharp.
it makes sense though. It makes sense though. It's a
Brother,
good
listen. The leopard is not a fool. He's not going to eat a small piece of meat when he can save it for tomorrow.
It makes sense, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You have a
Don't
special way
let
of
those things they show you
convincing
on TV.
people.
Don't let those things they show you on TV mess you up. I'm telling you.
Oh,
You
never. They
take for
never
example
mess
the
me up.
honeybee. You know how the honeybee nests, right? And you see ants.
Yeah.
Even different
Yes.
species of ants. Ants are some of the most technologically advanced creatures on this earth. Ants.
Yes.
But they don't mix. They don't mix. The black ants is with the black ants, and the red ants is with the red ants. But they still
I
thrive in the same world. They still
I
thrive.
I
They still
really knew
succeed.
why I really knew why I wanted to talk to you to come to this live because I was not coming to only earn my own opinion, but also to learn because I've been watching your show and it's like you are impacted with so many knowledge that people underrate or underestimate, and it's really bad. Is it because you are black or I don't know?
It is what it
There's
is, brother. You know, it is what it is. You know, our ancestors, right? What I'm doing right now, bro, I'm just giving you the African way, okay? I don't care which tribe you go to in Africa. When an old wise man is talking, he will always compare the knowledge he's giving you with the environment around you. He will say, look at
yes.
that tree and look at this other tree. They are so close together, but they grow without touching each other.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that was deep. Yeah, I accept that.
Amaka,
Anyway, Bakata,
Amaka,
thank you
I
for
am glad I
yeah.
was able to bring you up today, bro. It looks like me and you, we can talk forever and ever, right? Let me bring some other people, Amaka. Thank you so much, okay?
Somebody like you, I can relate. I can talk like in 10 years, like change ideas and intelligence. I love it. It's great talking to you though.
Thank you.
You are like a mentor actually.
Oh, no, no. I'm just an example. I'm the scapegoat. Don't worry.
Oh, you are not, trust me. Some people may not accept what you are doing directly because they are cowards, but indirectly, they know what you are saying is the truth.
Bro, let me tell you, I only have one quality, okay? Bakanga, I only have one quality, courage. I was just the guy who's not afraid. I'm just the guy who just talks, right? I talk, I just say it. I'm that guy. I'm not even the guy that takes action. There are people who are listening to me right now who are better at taking action, better than me. I'm just the guy who talks. My courage is gonna be my downfall, unfortunately. But I hope in the process I can inspire many of you people to take actions. Thank you for your
Uh,
time, Amaka. Thank you.
Bakanga, please. I tried to write you a message, but you won't follow me, and the message wasn't going through.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna follow you.
I would like you to. I want to. What how would I say? It? Like show you my opinion and idea I really have. I think it's a very great one, but I don't really have the platform to practicalize it. And I really like
Let's
to
do
talk
it.
to you about it. So if
Let's
there's
do it.
any tip you can give me, I will love it.
Let's do it, brother. I followed you right now, so make sure you're following me back.
Okay,
Then you can
I
DM me.
will. I
Thank
was
you very
already
much.
following you. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the privilege, Bakanga. Nice
You
job.
too, Amaka.
Bye, bye.
Caxton, what do you have before I go to Charlotte Nanga?
Okay, good evening. Thank you. I wanted to really listen to what Amaka was saying. He was really trying to prove a point, and I also share some of his views. But you've
Are
been
you
able
following? Are you
to
following Amaka?
divert.
Are you following Amaka?
No, 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 no. You've been able to clear some
Uh-huh.
things. You've
Go
been able
and
to
follow
make some
Amaka
things
right
clear.
now, and then go to his channel
Okay.
so you and him can communicate.
Okay. So what I am really saying is that I don't really believe in what they are saying here about God and devil the way you rightly put it. Those are not the real gods. They were created to control us. They were created to keep us in a certain state by those same people you said think that they are even more superior than other white men. The kind of white men you talked about that we don't see every day. I think those people truly exist. And I think they are still around till today. And I think that they are still the one running things now. And it will be good that each and every one of us retrace our step backward and drop this religious and all this God and devil fight they are talking about. It's not really how things operate. If you're thinking about God, you shouldn't see God the way they are seeing it. And if you're thinking about the devil, you shouldn't see the devil how they are seeing it. I believe we are here to live, and at least we should at first live first. If we die, then we can decide what happened there. Why are we living
Facts,
here and
brother.
somebody
Facts. I wish I could let you
why
keep going, bro, but that's facts. You're correct, bro. You see, we came into this world to live. Let's focus on this world. And when we die, we can focus on what happens when we die. But let me go on to Charlotte, bro. There's a lot of guests coming in line. I appreciate you and Amaka very much, okay? Make sure you're following each other and follow me too. That way we can stay in touch. If you have any question, just message me. Thank you.
thank you, boss. I'll follow you
Thank you,
now.
Bakanga.
I'll
Have a
follow you
lovely
and
day.
I'll follow Amaka.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you for the time.
Hello, Charlotte Nanga. Charlotte, I can barely hear you, Charlotte. You need to get closer to your phone.
Hello.
Hello, Charlotte. You need to speak closer to your phone. I can barely hear you. I can hear you, but you're very low.
Okay. Hi, bro. Please let me just drop. I'll come back.
I can hear you now.
Yes, please. I'll come back. Can I just go down? I'll come back.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Thank you.
There is no God. And it doesn't make you a bad person, my friends. You have known your whole life that there is no God. You've always known that something is wrong with that thing, that God. Yes. Yes.
There are many things about our world that we cannot explain. But the one thing we can say for sure is that there is no God. By believing in God, you make yourself susceptible to control. You don't have to lose your morality. You don't have to hate anybody. You don't have to be a so-called bad person. Just stop worshiping gods. Think for yourself now. There is no punishment. Nobody died. Nobody died for your sins. Nobody is coming back to save you. If you don't save yourself, nobody is coming to save you. There is no Messiah. There is no Savior. Jesus could not save your ancestor. Jesus will save you. Are you better than the people that gave birth to you? It does not matter how emotionally strong you feel about it. Jesus cannot save anybody. If what I'm saying was a lie, I would tell you that it's a lie, but it's actually true, my friends. You can pray, you can cry, you can shout. It would not change. If you don't go and work, you will still starve. If you're hungry, and instead of going to work for food, you pray for food, you might just die of hunger. If you are thirsty, instead of walking down to the river to go and collect your food, you begin to pray for water, you might just perish from thirst. If you are sick, instead of going to the doctor to seek healing, you begin to pray, you might just suffer from that disease until your fatality is certain. There is no God that can help you. There is no special favor that has your name written on it. There is no mercy upon you in this life given to you by some supreme being. You are not special. There's no God that would cheat life, that would change the laws and the rules of life to favor you. Who are you? Who has lied to you? You are nobody if you don't make yourself into somebody with your own hands. You are nobody if you don't make yourself into somebody with your own hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, I need you guys to go. When you come up, please go straight to your point. We have other guests in line. We have many guests in line. So go. I need to make it quick.
Yes,
So let's
hi.
go. Let's keep it in that 2 minutes. Hello.
Hi, Bakanga. Long time watcher. I love what you're speaking about. It's actually a relief that TikTok has allowed other content creators to come on. I'll be really quick. With your other guests before, I know something we were discussing for the children. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm in the U.S. I'm on the East Coast. So I'm interested in like Africa and kids all in general. I see where the harm is. Someone mentioned something about in addition to taking religion out of the equation, desegregating the schools so that the children are able to see more of more children that look like themselves, that they can say, hey, they look like they probably been through, some of the things that I've been through, focusing on the mental health of the kids and things like that. My question is, if we were going to make that decision to try to get all of our children in a more relatable school system, how would we be able to do that? Let me see if I can turn my camera on, because how do you do this?
Yeah, turn your camera on because
I'm
I love your
sorry.
voice. I want to see your face too.
I'm sorry. Whoops, I think I did it. Okay. I'm sorry. Excuse my hair. I'm at the hospital with my daughter, so I'm
We don't judge. We don't judge in Bakanga land. We don't judge.
Thank you. But
Thank you.
that's my question. My even with like slavery, my mother, her grandmother, she used to live with her. As far as I'm concerned, slavery and stuff was not that long ago. So I've definitely moved beyond religion on my own. and I'm not famous, but I try to repost and promote information that pops up on my page. TikTok has allowed me to donate to so many like content creators, and I'm trying to see what I can do to try to help everything, because I see what they're doing to the children. And I have a son. I have 3 children, and we look melanated. We don't know. You can look at us and say, there's no question about what our culture is and our roots. Because I'm not a philanthropist, I don't have millions of dollars to try to donate. And when I do want to donate to advertised countries, honestly, I don't even know if it's getting to them. I don't know if it's getting to them. I don't trust giving them my money, because I need to make sure it's going into their hand. I really don't know what to do, and I know something has to be done. I don't have the power. TikTok has allowed me to see a lot of businesses, and we have even pink takeover, where Black women are promoting Black businesses. We're supposed to be wearing some type of pink so we can see each other and say, hey, I have this business. You don't need to use Amazon for your stores. But the children are really, really in danger right now. And I don't know. The schools are a problem. They're no matter what school district is, we still have redlining. I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm on the Pennsylvania and Delaware border. I've tried to even get my daughters in the past in different schools, saying, hey, I can get them there, but it's just they're not going to let us in there. So I would like to know how we can do that. So our children, I don't.
You know what I really love about at least the enthusiasm I see coming from you? It brings joy in my heart, because your way of thinking shows me that you have perspective. Because no matter what you and I do, my dear sister, we're not going to be able to do it all in our generation. So we need something that we can start, that we can properly transmit down to the younger generation, and they can pick it up. And we can't figure it out talking on the internet. We need to come together physically, as many of us as possible. Take this issue seriously and make it just as important as the issues in our personal lives, or even more. It is an existential crisis, right? Unfortunately, we Black folks, we're the only ones that don't create secret societies. Everybody in the world creates secret societies to accomplish different things in their societies, in their communities, right? Secret communities. But we're the only ones who don't come together. And whenever we do come together, it's not long before you have greed, jealousy, selfishness. So what I would say to you that we can do is, I have this September 16th thing coming up, right?
Yes.
I just want to get together with like-minded people. I don't care your religion, honestly. I don't really care your religion. If you are the type of person that can come with us on September 16th, that means you understand the greater need for our people to better themselves, and that though we love all of humanity, the help that we need cannot come from other human beings who don't share our struggle. The reason why we need to come together as Black people is because we have a struggle in common. We suffer from the same stereotypes. We suffer from the same discrimination. We have the same problems. So we can work better together. It's not that we don't like white people. We don't like, no.
Not at all.
We have something in common. And I am just urging us to take the first step. The first step is just come together in reconciliation. Let's come together and let's talk about the reasons why we haven't been able to do this in the past, right? And then, because the system in which I am trying to create has no ranking, rank is determined based on the quality of information. So I am not going to be the most important person in this whole Bakanga thing. There are people out there who will be known for Bakanga more than me. Sooner or later, you won't be able to tell who it is. I'm just that little spark, right? I'm going to talk as much shit as is necessary until someone is threatened by what I say, and maybe they take me out. But hopefully by that time, brothers and sisters have come together, because I have an idea in my mind. You can call it an algorithm. It's a system that is designed from what I have observed for what an African is. It's something which has not yet been modernized. It's something about us Black people which is culturally established, which has not yet been translated into the 21st century. And we, as the descendants of people who have endured so much trouble, we have the proper motivation. When we see what is being done to our kids in the education, do you know that in Africa you didn't have schools? Parents were responsible for educating their children until the children were old enough to go to university. When a child was going to university, they were going to university either as an inventor or as a creator of some form of new technique of doing something. Every formal education your child got, they got from the parent. So if you were only as educated as your parents. So if we understand that we are the ones who are responsible for educating our children, why are we still ignorant?
Yep.
Why are we still ignorant? Why are we not setting the example for them to follow? So, sister, togetherness, coming together on September 16, I have called it the Black International Day of Black Reconciliation. Black on Black reconciliation, right? Let's begin with that. Let's begin just by just being comfortable with each other. Because like I said, we're not going to get it done in our generation. Hopefully you and I still got like another 20, 30 years to live in this world. if we can at least get our African kids and our African American kids to form a relationship, we can entrust them with the future. Yes. Listen, one thing that we Black folks need to start doing is we need to trust our kids.
Yeah.
Stop beating your kids. Yeah. Talk to them.
Teach them.
From a very young age, gain their respect, yeah, and treat them with respect, and use the respect that you show them to now coerce them to show you respect in return. Tell them, hey, I am showing you respect because this is how I expect for you to act. Look, you messed up. I could beat you. I could punish you. I could put you in timeout. I could take your games, but I respect you. All I'm asking is please respect me in return, and I will keep asking over and over until you understand that this is how I am. And if we are able to consistently demonstrate that example to our children, why wouldn't they follow in our footsteps? I mean, think about it. You beat a horse because a horse, you can't communicate with it. You only beat something that you can't communicate with it. You're only hurtful. You're only violent towards something you can't communicate. Especially in Africa, my sister, we Africans, we think that beating children is a solution to all the problems, right? But unfortunately, it is not. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm, sister. I hope that what I said kind of makes sense to you. But let's come together in reconciliation, right? And then you will see that those ideas that you have, you would find brothers and sisters who could be your arms and your shoulders in your plan that you will pioneer. And just like you would also be the arms and shoulders of their plan, and it will become like a spider web. And something we started on a small website called TikTok could spread because, listen, we talk about things going viral on the internet, right? You don't want things that go viral on the internet. You want things that go viral in real life. People. And the movement that I am starting is going viral in real life. We will go viral in real life because the change we need is necessary. It really is necessary. We need to do something. We need to see beyond ourselves, our own self-preservation. We need to understand that it might just cost us our lives. But we can't do that if we can't even talk to each other, right? So I suggest that we meet in real life, in small pockets. If you're in Canada, get together with the people in Canada on September 16th. If you're in Nigeria, get together. Let's get together in the same place. And then we can video call all the different groups. And we can begin with just that. I intend to accomplish it this year. I don't even care this year if I have more than 4 people or 5 people. Right. In fact, if I only have 1 person show up this year, I will be satisfied. Yeah. Because every journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. That is an old African proverb. That is like a scripture to me. It's practical, right? So I'm not going to read the European's book to get scripture. No. Our ancestors have wisdom. So if I'm going to start an endeavor, I shouldn't want to take 1,000 steps.
From the book that's already written.
One little step. So if you're there on that day on September 16th, you're in Pennsylvania, let's meet up in California. There's a lot of brothers and sisters who are going to be there. And let's just have a conversation for 2-3 hours in real time, right? Let's just have a conversation. Let's give everyone a chance to introduce themselves and say why they're there. And like I said, it's not about money, because money, like they said, unfortunately, is corruption. It's about time, effort, and knowledge. It's not about self-gain. It's not about, if you're looking for your personal fame, please don't come. If you're looking for your own personal, don't come. I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for that. I just want to see people working together. Small, random people. In fact, the more random the people, the better, because what they have told us, Black people, is that we only know how to do black on black crime. That's what they've told us. So we need to defeat that stereotype. We can work together, and the internet is a real tool, right? If we
Yes.
need security there, we can get the police station. We can go to the council of whatever county and pay them whatever we need to pay them so they can
Right.
provide us with security. Whatever we need,
Amen.
we can do if we work together. That's all I'm saying, sister. And your idea, like I said, I won't be able to properly understand it unless you sit me down and really make it dummy proof.
Yeah.
But I trust you. I have to trust that you have something real. The same thing with every brother and sister that has a business idea. If it's going to benefit the village, let us do it. Let's do it. There's one thing that I've been saying, right? As far as it concerns women. And I'm going to say this just because of how you have your hair. The beauty of a black woman has never been in how much makeup she can put because she never needed to be made up. The
Facts.
black man never needed makeup. That's why, yeah, you see some of our tribes, the women walk around with their breasts because a woman walking around with her breast was never sexualized.
Mhm.
Those men were raised properly to not sexualize a woman to the
Yes.
point where a woman was comfortable walking in public. I want you to understand just how our togetherness was so powerful that you have entire tribes of Africans where women could walk around with their breasts wide open
Mhm.
and they were not sexualized. Do you understand how much self-control those men needed to have had?
I do, and I always. I'm sorry to interrupt you. But
No, no, you're not interrupting me.
and I always thought, and I don't always say my thoughts out loud because some people are, I had to. Even the people that live near you, there's still like a proximity area of people thinking the same. So I literally didn't feel like I could say a couple of things, like say some things without people saying, oh, her mind is gone, or she's got mental health or whatever. But I always thought that, for as much work that women go through, whether it's their bodies, raising the children, whatever. Not saying men don't do the same because they're known to be head of the household, in general. But I always thought that why do I have to wear, and excuse me, why do I have to walk around with a bra, and why can't I just, everyone knows women, they give birth, they're nurturers, really not confrontational as long as they're being respectful. But I always thought like I should be able to feel free and not constricted. I shouldn't there's only men, male and female. Like I shouldn't, and I felt that way. I'm like, I feel like something is wrong. Like I feel like there's stress on me and like constricting and binds, and I don't think it's supposed to be that way. um like on Mother's Day is this weekend. I normally I don't wear a bra. I wear a shirt. I'm not like out trying to get attention, but I feel like it's a stress relief when you're not constricted. And I feel like from what you said in Africa, and I have not been. I'm trying to get over there. I'm trying to gather people. I'm trying to get over there and things, but it's just I don't understand why there's so much stress on the woman right now, and they literally carry the children, and just it's just not fair. I feel like it's not fair, and it was imposed on us that we have to do this and hide, and it would be a relief on mental health if we just didn't have to do that. But yes. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and stepmoms and fosters and everything. I don't know if you have children, Bakanga. I don't remember if I've heard you say. Okay, but that's all. I totally.
When I start having children, I'll be having them 100 miles an hour, just be popping them out. I'll be, there'll be a time where there'll be like a long stretch where all my wives will be giving birth to babies one every day, one every day. Cheat them all.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate. I
welcome.
listened to your lives, and I'll let somebody else come up. But I really I had to say something. I'm normally just in the comments and supporting the other viewers and things, but I did have to come up and say that because I'd like to make a change during this generation, like right now. But like you said, I know it's not realistic, but I figure there is a way. I figure there's got to be a way, and I'm in healthcare. I work in pharmacy, so that other stuff, traveling stuff, is not my expertise. But I know that there's a way, and we really have to
Oh
we
man,
have to figure
I'm
it
so
out.
excited. I'm so excited because listen, I learned some stuff, okay, from Christianity. I learned some stuff. I did really learn some stuff. I learned some stuff on how people can work together better because I've been in so many churches and I've just watched the human factor aspect of it, right? I've seen churches that were successful based on how people could work together.
Hmm.
I've seen churches that were destroyed. But the one thing that was very consistent is that people never really stayed in the same churches too long, right?
Yeah.
You know, people come and go. So whatever I want to create needs to have so much more value than just in a church environment. And what the people have to profit has to be something that is beyond tangible, beyond belief, something that is so real, something that is a lifetime endeavor that is beyond self. Because people mostly go to church because they want to save themselves. They want to make it to heaven.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to church because they want to save their nation. Nobody goes to church because they want to save the children in their community. No one goes to church and provides their professional skills and teaches other people to the same way, right? So the thing that's going through my head, I know that when I sit together with like-minded people, there really will be no argument and everything will flow so naturally that it will be almost unbelievable. But it excites me. It excites me because if we don't dare do this,
That we
I'm
don't care
sorry,
about
but
the children.
I think our people will go extinct.
Yeah.
I think
No,
our
no.
people will go extinct.
Yeah. If we don't do something and we can't get the children's minds together, I'm working on my oldest is 14 and she knows what she learns in school she's bored with. She gets bored because most of the stuff is from home, like you said, from home and outside of school. Because it's really ridiculous, and she's smart. I don't want the kids to be so bored that they just don't go to school because they know that something is not right. And there's kids even in Philadelphia and Pennsylvania. There's teenagers just out in the street, and I know it's because they're bored. They don't have anything to do. There's no revenue going into the area. There's no arcades anymore, no skating rinks, nothing that they can get their minds on to do. And these kids are bored and they're getting tired. They see their parents struggling, they're getting tired. And they're going to go to violence because there's no one providing a safe haven for them. So if you're giving up right now, as far as I'm concerned, if you're not ready, then you're done caring about the children. And I can't sleep until I know that when I go, like, my son shouldn't be worried about police brutality or getting pulled over or something stupid. My daughter
Oh, don't
should be
worry,
able to
don't worry.
walk.
Oh man. Listen, I am an aircraft engineer, right? I
Yeah.
work on fix airplanes. I am truly convinced that everything I know right now, if someone has started teaching me when I was 5 years old,
Yep.
I could have been able to do what I'm able to do now at 29 years old when I was 15.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody taught it to me.
Nope.
Nobody thought it was necessary to teach a child how to work, right? So if we attempt, you say you're a pharmacist, if you can package that knowledge that you have, and we can attempt to start teaching 5-year-old children
Mm-hmm.
and put them on the path of pharmacist and see if in 15 years they can achieve the same level of skill, talent, and productivity as people who are 29, 30 years old. Because I really think that we have the potential to learn at a very young age if the information is available.
Hmm.
That's what I like about your school education. And there's many brothers and sisters on here who have spoken to me about education, right? We have so many better ways of educating ourselves that we can counter the system. It doesn't have to be formal. You can send them K through 12, they can go learn whatever they're learning there. But by the time they get to high school, they will know everything about calculus. Listen. Let's create a system where black kids, before they set foot in high school,
Mm-hmm.
they already know calculus. So even if the minimum high school stuff they do is algebra, let them already know calculus. Let's instead of taking them to church and teaching them Sunday school, let's take them to church and teach them math. Let's put them in church and teach them math.
Let's do tutoring.
Instead of
Yep.
being a Sunday school teacher, be a Sunday school math teacher. If
Mm-hmm.
people can volunteer for stuff that really doesn't profit you in this life, why can't we volunteer for stuff that do profit us in this life? Now, these are many ideas that would never come to pass unless I get together with you people in real life. So don't even mind me right now, okay? I look forward to seeing you September 16th.
Yeah.
I really look forward. In June, by the beginning of June, I will have a set plan. I'll have a venue, I have everything set, right? And as many people as are willing to come, we will set it up. Brothers and sisters alike, please come without any ulterior motives and come without any selfish desire. Come just to see if it's real. Just come to see, especially those of you who don't believe in God. This is a safe heaven where you can still develop your morality and the goodness that's within you, you can still show it. You can still assemble without necessarily having to worship, bow, or listen to somebody preach to you like they're better than you. I'm not better than you. I'm not smarter than you. Hell no. I not dare call myself a pastor. You know what a pastor means? Pastor means shepherd. Anyone who calls themselves your pastor is insulting you because they're calling you their sheep.
That's a way. That's a way to look at it.
Thank you, dear sister. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
For sure, for sure. I don't know if I'm following you.
Please
I
do.
am
I'm
now.
definitely following you, and I have your notifications on. Oh, can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
Small thing. I'm not a promoter, but if you ladies and guys,
Go and follow the sister, please, ladies and gentlemen. Follow the sister. Listen, what's the whole point of talking this nonsense if we're not following each other? Follow people on all their social medias, y'all. We're not living in a generation of flip phones anymore. Or we're living in a generation of the internet and social media. Follow people. It doesn't cost you anything. When you're going to be flipping through videos, you're going to see 10 seconds of her video and you don't know what you're going to learn. Follow people. Go and follow her, ladies and gentlemen.
yes,
Please, go and follow her right now. Follow each other in the comment section. Even people you don't like, follow them.
yes. Anyone who replied to your comment or anything, it's helpful for everyone. It lets people know that you see them. I literally try to do that with all my lives, and I just that I'm in. I try to say, hey, I see you. Send a smiley face or a heart or something. June 9th is Pink Takeover, and we're supposed to be pulling up a lot of businesses for a lot of Black businesses, making say, hey, I'm here, this is what we're doing. But we're supposed to be promoting a lot of that around TikTok. Pink hair, pink outfit, you just support, so it's and then we have September 16th. So
If you got a business, go to the sister's channel and follow what she's saying.
yeah,
If you
I
got a
promote,
business,
I
if you're a
repost.
Black entrepreneur, go to her channel and look at it. Especially if you want to put your business out there, y'all.
Yes,
This
Pink
is, I mean,
TikTok. We're seeing each
it's not
other.
gonna cost you any money.
No, no, I don't charge. This is shared information. We have a problem as Black people and as culture. I'm trying to say melanated instead of Black. I'm trying to
Oh, I'm saying Black
condition.
because Black was a derogatory word for a long time. So we're gonna
Yeah,
turn the context of that word. Black is Black. You don't like
Black is
Black?
Black.
Cry about it. Black is Black. We Black. We from planet Black Black. We from continent Black Black. If y'all don't like Black Black, that's your Black problem. That's what I'm saying.
Facts, and I did see and facts. So that's
But
why
we
we're
welcome
it's
all melanated people indeed too. So
yes,
if you're Hispanic, yay, que
yes. We
pasa,
love
güey?
all
You
of
know,
you.
if you're Native American, shout out to you. You know, if you're white, shit, welcome too. Ain't
Yes.
tripping, ain't tripping,
Yes,
right?
we love everyone. But the
We ain't
point is
tripping.
to focus on the Black culture that's been ignored for years. But we love everyone. By no means are we spreading hate or downing another group. But the purpose is for us to see each other and talk so we can figure out a solution.
Yes.
Honestly.
The point is
So,
for a young Black girl to love herself without feeling like she has to straighten her hair. If your hair is curly, love it the way it is. That's it. Love yourself. Love what you look like.
yeah,
Listen, I'm not saying don't put on makeup, right? Putting on makeup is good. It's
yeah,
art. It's beautiful, right? But if you don't like what you look like without makeup, psychologically, you have been domesticated. Thank you.
I'm telling you. Thank you so much. Everyone have a
For
great
sure.
Mother's Day and a good weekend.
For sure, for sure.
I just had to give the sister a lot of time, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get back to it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. There is no God. There never has been, and there never.
If I put you up on the blast screen, turn on your camera.
Am I the one that you sent to bring the video?
What's going on, bro?
No worry, you told mom to bring you up, so mom said now bring the video.
Ngehe. Ngehe, ngehe. Hello, Ngehe Ngehe.
Hello, good evening.
What's going on, Ngehe Ngehe? How do I say your name?
Gay.
What's going on,
Yeah,
Gege?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Mr. Gege.
Eh?
Why
Hey,
are you
yeah.
Gege? Listen. Why are you Gege? Have you seen that video? Have you seen that video?
No.
Oh man, you haven't seen the famous video. Why are you Gege? Anyways, bro,
So
turn on your camera.
I'm okay. 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 I'm really enjoying your life, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. What do you got
Yeah.
for me? Please go straight to your point.
So I wanted to appreciate what you're doing. I can see. It's like today's broadcast is like an upgraded version of what you are preaching. You are preaching and
Yeah, sometimes, listen. Most of the time I get on and I go back and forth with religious people, but it's also good that I give some attention to the people who agree with me, even if it's just a little bit. No
this
problem.
this time around is no more talking. It's like today when I'm seeing you like it was as if you were preaching, like a pastor preaching.
Hey, don't accuse me, oh. Hey, I am not guilty of preaching, oh. Hey.
Well, bro,
I
keep
hear
it
you,
up,
though. I hear
keep
you.
it up.
I hear you.
So,
I hear you.
yeah,
Where are you
in
at? What
Nigeria,
what
I
country are you
always
in?
tell you,
What country are you in?
I'm in Nigeria.
What state?
Right now I'm in River State, Port Harcourt.
River State.
Obibo, Oyibo.
Oh, you are Igbo boy.
Yes, one for
Yeah, you're a Chuku Okita boy. Eh? Oh, you don't
Chukwu
believe in
Kikabia.
Chuku? You don't believe in Chuku Okikabia?
I believe in Chukwu Kikabia.
Okay. No problem, no problem. But you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yes, right now I
You,
understand.
you understand my point.
If you don't work, there is nobody coming to save you,
Now, look,
to put
that
food
is
on your
it.
table.
You find some brothers and sisters, okay, on September 16th, find some brothers and sisters. I am
Okay.
calling you. You can drink your beer. Drink your beer, bro. It's not a sin. There you go. Well, clap for him. Clap for him, ladies and gentlemen. He take a fresh one. Woohoo! Lekete.
I always tell you that there is no light in Nigeria where I'm staying. But see, they just brought this one,
Electricity.
so I was able
Let
to
us,
charge my phone.
let
So
us celebrate,
that's why
ladies
I'm
and
on.
gentlemen. This brother did not have electricity, but electricity has come today. Ooh, they even have ceiling fans in Nigeria. You see? Brother,
Bye,
you have
bro.
said
Take
it all.
care.
If you don't work, nobody is coming to save you.
Yeah.
That's right. Share that message.
If you don't work, you will not see money to buy beer and drink.
Uh-huh.
No God is coming to give you beer.
Uh-huh. Hey, you see? Uh-huh. Look at that. Uh-huh. Thank you
I
for your
worked
time,
for
my
it.
brother.
I worked for it. No God gave me.
Uh-huh. It's your own hard work.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Gege.
All right, bro.
Hey, remember September 16th, Day of
No wahala.
Reconciliation.
No wahala,
Thank
bro.
you. Thank you. No problem. Enjoy your beer. It's not a sin.
It's not a sin. I'll be with you, lawyer.
Miss Moji, you say you don't know what wife you are? Y'all gonna have to decide. What's up, Jay West? Hello, Jay West. Please turn on your camera if you can. Turn on your camera if you can. So I'll have to limit you to 1 minute. Go ahead. What's your point? All right, brother. If you can summarize it under 1 minute, I will just keep quiet and listen. Go ahead. Fact, fact. Hold up. They have Domino Pizza in Nigeria. Brother, they say they cannot hear you. They say they cannot hear you. Uh-oh. They say I cannot hear you. Brother, send your request again. I'll drop you. Send your request again.
Okay.
There is no God, there never has been, and there never would be. Anyone who doesn't like it, do me a favor. Please cry about it. Cry about it. You understand me? You can cry about it. Loyal, loyal. What's up? I'll bring you next, Jay. Just wait, Jay, please. Loyal, loyal. Loyal, loyal is not being loyal. Okay, loyal, loyal. We shall remove you and we shall bring Jay back.
Can you all hear me now?
Can you guys hear him now? They say much better,
Okay.
so go ahead.
Yes. I was charging my phone the other time. Maybe that's the reason. That was the reason. So I was talking about the food we eat. I don't know if everyone on this platform have heard about foodicide. You can die by the food you eat, and the West have made us believe that we can eat what they eat, and this has really bring a lot of damage to our body. If you follow Dr. Sebi's teaching, I don't do you know Dr. Sebi?
I've heard of Dr. Sebi, but Dr. Sebi is not the most intricate of all. Petrosi, I'll be with you,
Yes.
Petrosi.
Yes, I'm just making that as an example. So they've made us believe that we can eat European foods and it will not affect us, and take all these foods that are not naturally inclined with our body, and it just causes so many diseases to the body. So they've made us believe that, okay, we can just be like them, believe in their God, wear their clothes. Just the whole point of colonization is to just destroy other people's culture, all their other people's way of life. I used to tell my friends that the proverb, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom, is very, very wrong. To me, the fear of God is the beginning of foolishness. How can I be hungry and you tell me if I believe in God, I will meet a pot full of white rice in my kitchen? No, that's just foolishness. The fear of God is the beginning of foolishness, not is not the beginning of wisdom. So I've tried my best all the time to educate people around me. You have to live
I hear
according
you,
to
my
your
brother.
habitat.
What part of Nigeria are you located in?
Yeah, I live in Lagos, but I'm from Osun State.
Hmm. I thank you, brother.
So, so
Indeed,
I,
you
I,
haven't said
I also
anything
want.
that I don't say.
Yes, I
Huh?
also want you. I also want you to put health in your agenda. That's why I requested.
Brother, don't worry. All of this will materialize itself in due time. I know you're in Nigeria,
Thank
but
you.
those of you who are in Nigeria, if you are really in with Bakanga, I want you people to assemble together on September 16th. Get together in one place. And we'll get on
September.
video and we'll talk. We'll talk because, like I said, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Like I said, this is
Definitely.
not about money. This is just about reasoning together. Because those of us in America, when we come to Africa, we need our friends there already. And we need people who are not
Definitely.
selfish, people who are not greedy. We need people that understand.
Bakanga, do you know I was I was arrested by a young lady when I was trying to explain to her. She's a Catholic. I was trying to explain to her that there is no God. She asked me to come out to come and meet her at the market square. That she wants to confront me and prove to me that there was God. I didn't believe she was going to take it serious, so I dressed up and walked out. On getting there, she was with scissors and stone. That day was so funny. Then she caused nuisance because I was just saying there is no God and making her understand so many things. So so she called the policeman. I'm very popular in my community. So she called the policeman on me. So it happened
Wow.
to be that I know all the policemen she called. So they were just laughing and saying, this guy cannot do any harm. He cannot cause any harm to you. So they asked what happened, and I told them I was just trying to explain to her that there is no God. And she's with the scissors and the stone to prove to me that there is God. She said she's going to stab me
Brother, people like
and I'll
you,
go and see God.
you are on ground zero because we know how Africans react when you give them new ideas. So don't worry,
I
brother,
so
in due
crazy.
time. In due time, but you also
It's
need to
okay.
maintain a certain level of secrecy. Oh.
Yeah, definitely. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting that. So definitely, I'm just going to try to talk to people that will be on my frequency, and if they are not going to agree, we can just stop talking and not just because
Facts.
if it was if it went the other way around, I might be dead today. So I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. No problem. Even if you die, no problem, bro. As long as your mind is in the right place, your will
Definitely.
always continue because at least you woke up from sleep. Even if you could only change one person's life. You see, I always say
Definitely.
this when you get Bakanga life, not even death can scare you.
Definitely.
Not even death. And
Thank,
if
thank,
you're a
thank,
black person
thank you for the
and you
privilege.
lack purpose in your life, I will give you purpose. Come here to Bakanga land. I will give you purpose because your purpose will be for yourself and for those who are like you. Like I said, we cannot continue
Um,
in the same things that made sure that we were slaves and then we expect to free ourselves using the same mentality that enslaved us. No. Thank you, my brother.
yeah. Thank you for the privilege.
No problem. Let me see. I followed you, so
Yeah, I'm
I'm really.
already
I
following
didn't.
you.
When I look at my followers, I don't really follow a lot of people. So anybody, if you want me to follow you, I'll follow you. That way, I can really stay in touch with you, especially as September 16th comes close. Because for me, listen, if I wanted fame on TikTok, hey, if I wanted fame, I'll have fame. But I'm looking for a certain quality of people. Even those of you religious people who don't agree with me, you are really my friends and you don't even know it. Thank you, my
Yeah, we
brother.
don't. We are not here to. We are not here to make enemies, but just to make things better for us.
Yes, yes.
Because
Our intention.
because
We are just the first ones who woke up from sleep. We are just the first one who woke
yeah,
up from
faith
sleep.
faith faith will do us nothing. Faith will do us nothing but backwardness.
Facts. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the follow.
No problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to get back on the God frequency. In the next 20 minutes, I'll get back to talking about God. And we can bring in the Christians to get bamboozled.
Tiene que comprar óvulos.
Petrosi,
Entonces, ponerlo cada vez que termino, ¿vale? Como termino ahí, mañana empieza.
Petrosi is having a party in heaven. I don't want to interrupt his party. Ruta says African science is the best. That is right. It's all about African science. Miss Moji, This Mo
beloved, and I really thank you for your consistency, Miss Moji. Moji
Hi,
Sola,
Bakanga.
Niger girl. Moji Sola is Niger girl that lives in Los Angeles. Eh?
Hi,
1 hour
Bakanga.
flight.
How are you?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I see you've come back to my show today.
You remember me, right?
Bro, why
how
would I not remember Twinkle, twinkle, little star?
how do you manage to remember a lot of people when you're doing your show every day and then you're coming
Bro,
across?
I have a brain. And my brain
Yeah,
is listen, bro. Listen, bro. I'm not tripping, okay?
yeah,
I don't like to brag.
yeah,
But on the spectrum of intelligence, I
yeah.
am classified as genius. You can call me prideful all you want to, but I'm not a stupid person. I actually have a pretty good memory.
That's good. That's good. I mean, it's
Yes.
good to have a good impression about yourself because it starts
Oh, it's
from
not
you,
a good
right?
impression. I'm just telling you how it is.
No, 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 I mean, it's good. It's good. I mean, imagine you don't see that about yourself and other people are seeing different things. You know what I mean? So it's good.
I have
It's
two
good.
hobbies.
Yeah,
I have two favorite hobbies in this world.
yeah.
My hobby is to play piano and to
Okay.
paint. Those are the two
Wow,
things
wow.
I love to do the most, and I'm extremely good at them. Oh man, it's
Reading,
funny. I have
reading.
never shown you people my artwork, huh?
Nice,
You know,
nice, nice.
I have never played piano on live. I'm gonna get a piano
So
so
you
you
should
guys
do
can
that,
see.
huh?
Yes,
Nice, 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 nice,
it's my instrument.
nice, 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 nice. So,
Go ahead, bro.
so you said we should go back to God frequency, and that was the time I sent my request. Uh, yeah. You
Huh?
said we should go back to you said we should go back to God frequency. I mean, I think you're
I
ready to
rebuke
talk
you in the
about
name of
God.
Donald Trump. Don't accuse me of saying that. I rebuke you in the name of Donald Trump. Don't you
This
dare
this is
accuse me of saying that. I didn't say no such thing.
this is what you said like 2 minutes ago. So,
No, I did. You heard me wrong.
so what did you say 2 minutes ago?
I don't even remember. Sorry. My memory, you see, maybe I'm not a genius after all.
Okay, okay, okay.
No, I do not remember saying anything about a God frequency.
Really? Okay.
No. What
Do
was
you
I
record
talking
your
about?
show? Do you record? I mean, you said 2 minutes ago, you want us to talk about God in the next 20 minutes. So,
Oh, I said we're
um,
going to talk about the God issue. Yeah, I said we're going to start
yeah,
talking about there is no
yeah.
God,
So,
but not
so
God
you use
frequency.
no, you use the word frequency actually. So I'm quoting you.
Okay. Yeah. You're correct. You're correct.
I'm citing you. So,
We are going to get back to there is no God frequency.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. That's what.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
lied because you said God frequency. So I almost felt like you were
Okay,
accusing me.
okay. At
There is
least,
no
at least,
God frequency.
at least in your phrase there is God and there is frequency. So probably I didn't phrase it the way
No,
you
it's because your brain has been domesticated. That's why.
you no, I think I'm actually operating in the same frequency with you
Are you?
in terms of
Are
uh
you on AM? Are you on AM or FM?
I think I'm on the higher one.
You're on HM. So you're on
Yes,
the HM.
exactly.
Ah. Do you know what AM and FM
What
stand for?
talk to me. I know you are an engineer, so
Mhm.
you can educate us on that one.
AM stands for amplitude magnitude.
Okay.
That's a level of frequency. So if you say you're on HM, what does the
Yeah.
H stand for? Higher
Uh,
magnitude. So you are on the higher magnitude.
okay. Anyway,
So
you know what I'm talking about. So, in terms of um, the topic here that you are actually, I mean, the education that you're bringing across, to your audience. And I mean, I've told you before, I think we talked 2 days ago, that I said I agree with you regarding the concept of God, the way the the religion we have today, the way they present it, that concept, I don't agree with that. So, but there is other concept that you haven't actually touched in terms of
there's a
what is
reason
exist.
why I don't want to touch any concepts of God at all.
Why?
Because when you begin to mess with the idea of God, you still produce slaves no matter how you do it. So the concept of God should be best be kept a secret. This is what I mean. Whatever you think that God is in your head, keep it in your head. Don't ever tell anybody about your belief. In fact, your belief should be your secret.
I think the word believe is something we shouldn't use as such, because belief is basically what you don't know, what is not proven. So I think you can say what you think and what you feel, but the moment you are believing, I think there is a problem. So because the concept of the religion, we have today is basically believing. So you don't know, there is no knowledge. So in science, like you are one of the advocator of science. So there is a part of science called metaphysics. Metaphysics is just a branch of science that want to explain stuff that the real science cannot explain, right? So it's just a one layer higher than the usual science we know. So the metaphysics try to explain what is existence and what is existence, right? And what is I, and what is so basically what is the purpose of existence. So I think last time you made mention of five senses. I don't know if you remember 2 days ago. So you were saying like
Hold up, bro.
yeah.
Before you keep going, let me read to you the definition of metaphysics.
Okay, tell me.
Metaphysics is the branch of philosophy that deals with the first principles of things, including abstract concepts such as being,
Yeah, being.
knowing,
Yeah, yeah,
substance,
yeah,
cause,
yeah,
identity, time,
yeah,
and
yeah,
space.
yeah. So
Abstract theory with no basis in reality. Listen, abstract theories with no
yeah,
basis in reality.
yes, yes, yes,
Okay, good.
yes. That makes sense. That makes
So
sense.
you understand now, bro, that
Yeah, yeah, that
if
makes
you're
sense.
trying to dive into metaphysics, the reason
Yeah,
why I don't go there is
yeah,
because it pulls people out of reality. That's why I said to you that the more someone goes into other concepts of God, the more of a slave they become, because it doesn't teach them independence of mind. So until a person has achieved independence of mind, you don't really need to tell them about metaphysics. They will understand it on their own. Listen.
okay.
A person needs to generate a curiosity about things that are metaphysical on their own. Everyone needs to become a natural philosopher. If you are not a natural philosopher, you are probably somebody's slave. Because most of the philosophical questions. Let me change this screen because this screen is
I
causing me
think
to hold on.
okay, okay. Uh-huh.
Most of the metaphysical principles that govern our world are not things that you can really make someone understand if they don't already have that natural curiosity. So
Yeah,
let's not
yeah,
focus on metaphysics.
yeah.
Let's
Okay,
focus
so
on physics. Don't try to teach someone metaphysics if they don't already understand physics. You are
but the thing
destroying
is,
their brain.
bro, if you want to look at physics, right? Even in physics, there's a part of physics that's dealing with energy, right? So now, if we go deep, like a bit like further into energy, again, we'll begin to talk about believing in energy, because you will never you haven't seen energy before and you believe in it, right?
No,
So
brother. I think you
see,
are
let me.
confused on that subject.
No,
Let me give you the
bro,
definition of energy. This is
Like,
the definition
no,
of energy.
yeah.
I'm sorry, brother, if I keep interrupting you, but
Okay.
fortunately, I think you can learn too, right?
No,
And
no,
the
no,
reason why I think you can learn is
bro. I don't.
because
It's what I'm basically talking about regarding energy. So the thing is, let's focus on electricity. Like let's just focus on electricity.
before we
Okay.
go to electricity, let me read to you
Yeah.
the definition of energy. Energy
Yeah.
is the ability to do work.
Yeah. The ability to do work. Yeah. So what does it make sense? The
Energy,
ability to do work. Does it make
yes,
sense to you?
yes,
Does it make sense?
yes.
So that actually means any work that has to be done, you need an energy. Even the wind that you feel,
No, brother.
the air, bro.
You don't need energy to do work. Energy is the process by which you get the work done. So it's the ability. What's an ability? Let me give you a definition of an ability. Okay? Listen, this is the definition of the ability.
Bakanga. I like your approach, the way you solve
Listen,
problems, right? I mean,
an ability is defined as the possession of the means or the skill to do something. So energy is the possession of the means and the skill to do work.
so are you telling me that if I can move the car that is like in front of my house right now, so are you trying to tell me that I need uh as a for the fact that I could move the car in front of my house now, are you trying to tell me that of course it's energy that is responsible for any work that is being done. Uh without energy, the thing is without energy you cannot do any work. Let me put it that way. Okay? Does it make sense?
Energy is the
So
ability.
bro. Let's just go to electricity because I want to. There's a way I'm driving to. So the thing is, if you pull off your cable in your house, what happens? There is absence of energy, right? But you still have your cable. I mean, your wires at home, right?
The
So
electricity itself is not energy.
what is it?
The electricity itself is not energy.
And what is it?
It's just one of the means through which you do the work, right? So the electricity is not the electricity itself. The electricity,
So
the hold up now. The energy is not just the current, because I think you are confusing current and electricity. Current is not the same thing as electricity.
no. Of course not. So
Okay, okay.
current.
Listen.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen. Current is the static that moves along the wiring, the path of travel, which usually we have it in forms of cables.
Bro, current is just the movement of electrons. Okay, that's just it.
Bro, static.
That is just
What
very
static made
simple.
of? Hold up,
Yeah,
bro. What is
yeah,
static made of? Electrons, right?
yeah.
How do you contain them?
Bro, you're diverting this more technical into physics. This
No,
this
no, 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 no,
basically.
no. Listen, I am just dissecting it. I'm telling you that the cable is part of what makes electricity electricity.
bro,
Don't you
bro, I'm a
understand?
co- bro, I'm a computer scientist, so
I
I did
understand.
physics when
I understand
I
that
did.
you're a quantum scientist, bro. You might be a quantum scientist, but listen to me. Check this out, bro.
Yeah,
Without the cable, you have no electricity. True or false?
true, true,
Okay, good.
true, true.
So electricity in of itself
Yeah.
is part of the cable. Current is what is inside
No.
the cable.
Electricity is. You said electricity is part of the cable. The cable is just just a medium, basically. To
The cable itself is part
yeah.
of the Listen. Have you ever heard of electrical energy?
Yeah, yes, a form of
Okay,
energy.
good.
It's a form of energy. Yeah.
What things that make electrical energy?
Tell me.
You need electrons. You need a means to transfer the electrons, right?
Yeah,
And you need to be able to transfer it from one place to another, right?
yeah,
Without all of that, you don't have any electricity, right?
yes.
Okay, good. The entire mechanism is what you call electricity.
Okay,
The energy, what you would call energy inside, that current is made up of electrons. That in of itself is not electricity. That's why we don't call lightning electricity. We call it lightning. Lightning is
okay.
current.
So, bro, I think,
Hold
of
on, bro.
course,
Is
yeah.
lightning electricity?
Uh, you say it again. Say it again. Say
Would
it
you
again.
consider it's lightning electricity?
You mean light? If I consider light
Lightning,
as electricity.
lightning, thunder and lightning.
Ah, lightning. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think
No, I'm
you're
asking you,
diverting.
why do we not call it
You're.
electricity? Why do we not
I don't
call
know.
lightning electricity?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I
Okay.
really don't know. I know, bro. I know you can go deeper into this. I know you're intelligent and you have the intellectual capacity to go deeper. But what I want to talk about now is basically, right, the other day you say we have five senses, right, to take information, and through these five senses, we perceive our reality. That's what you said. And you also said, I'm quoting you, you also said, which is true, you were asking the other guy a question, how, do we perceive this information? Through electrical impulses, which is correct. That actually means that you and me, we are electrical beings, right? So that actually means that your reality, bro, your reality is powered by energy. I don't know if